JT?
Very jealous. Well, on Masters of Spin this morning, the campaign to make men more aware of women's monthly period pain. It's a taboo topic in many parts of the world, but this campaign is aiming to change that by sharing the experience with men.
The Cup of Life project has taken cramp simulators to venues around southern India, encouraging men to feel the pain and to start a conversation with women in their lives.
It was brilliant. Matthew Bywater and Adam Ferrier are our marketing and advertising experts. This is really funny, particularly women's response to men, like, in agony.
But it's fraught with danger, isn't it? Blokes going, oh, now I know what it feels like. There's still women just be like, get out.
Get out.
Still
You
got
don't
no
really.
idea.
And how about just going through that every day for days on end? But all the women pulling out their phones and all laughing.
Yeah, they seem to enjoy it, didn't they? But it's a really interesting strategy they're using here, because we know to get people to change, and to be fair, India is very conservative and there needs to be a lot of change happen. And we know to get people to make a big life decision change is to actually get them to make a paradigmatic shift, you have to put them through some pain. People have to experience pain to make change. And it's actually a good idea to try and get those people to feel the pain, and that way they can feel real empathy for the other side.
Adam, there's a tendency to have a laugh at the way that this has come together, but it's a really important topic, isn't it?
Yeah, I love this campaign for two reasons. Firstly, periods in our culture have been kind of dominated by the emotional impact it has on women, and that women will feel emotionally up or down or whatever during their cycle. The actual physical pain of having a period is not something that is discussed very often, and not something that men, I don't reckon, can relate to particularly well. So this actually says having your period bloody hurts. Get that across, get that through your head. And I just love that for that reason. It makes me, for the first time, empathise a little bit more, I think. The second thing I love about this whole campaign is it's for the menstrual cup. And the menstrual cup is actually a cleaner, safer, more environmentally friendly way to manage the blood flow from periods. So I love it for that reason too. Yep,
I reckon it's a great campaign. Terrific stuff. All right, moving on now. And a 24-year-old Pizza Hut ad is enjoying a resurgence after the death of Mikhail Gorbachev, the last leader of the Soviet Union. It's something of a time capsule revealing the tentative early ties between Moscow and the West. Actors argue over Gorbachev's legacy before agreeing that he brought Pizza Hut to Russia.
Sometimes nothing brings people together like a nice hot pizza from Pizza Hut.
Takes me back in time. Adam, the ad is a revealing of its time, isn't it? Can we track world events through old ads like this?
Yeah, I think we can, because ads reflect culture, and whatever's happening in culture, advertisers just reflect it back, and that's kind of how it works. But this is a really weird ad. Having Gorbachev selling pizza is bloody weird, and so I just love the fact that it's doing the rounds on social media. It's fantastic, because it's just so odd.
It is bloody weird. You've said it well, Adam. Matthew, what do you think? Can you think of any other examples of campaigns that I guess have been era-defining in their way?
Yeah, we always talk in Australia about the Grim Reaper ad and the Grim Reaper AIDS ad, and that was definitely here in Australia. Probably the biggest one I can think of is the Daisy commercial, the re-election of Lyndon Johnson in the 64, 66, I think it was, presidential election. And that Daisy commercial with a little girl counting the petals off a daisy flower, and then you see the reflection of a nuclear bomb with the countdown going down. And that's known as the most effective political ad of all time.
Wow. Listen, you've both been in these advertising meetings with the client, perhaps. Adam, can you imagine being in that meeting for Pizza Hut and saying, why don't we get Mikhail Gorbachev to be in the Pizza Hut commercial?
Yeah, I reckon what you would have had is somebody would have said, oh, Gorbachev's available for a whole lot of money, and then they'll look through their client list and gone, right, what can we get Gorbachev to do? Pizza Hut, great, get him eating pizza. The interesting thing about this ad as well, it was never shown in Russia. So this is actually an ad for capitalism. It was shown in America. Americans loved it. It's hilarious, weird, and it shows you what money can do, right?
But it shows you how good the ad was, because it wasn't meant to show in Russia, but the Russians knew all about it. So when you create a good ad, and now all these years later, it's come back again.
Yeah, and they didn't pay anything for it in Russia. Great to talk to you both. Thank you, Adam,
Thanks, Maddie.
Matt, as always.
God bless.